You have probably been playing against a ton of man coverage to start off college football 26. And there's a really good reason for that. EA implemented a brand new feature called route committing, which is essentially pass committing, but now you can do that for each individual wide receiver on the field. Basically, you can tell your DB, hey, he's gonna run an inside route. Hey, he is gonna run an outside route. And if you guess correctly, that DB is going to absolutely bag the wide receiver. Now, if you guess wrong, the wide receiver is going to absolutely cook the defensive back. But when you add in that route commit feature with the fact that you can blitz heavily, especially out of our ever so popular nickel blitz zero, it is a recipe for absolute disaster if you're an offensive player, if you don't know what the hell is going on. Now, this might sound like the end all be all, but I'm here to tell you right now, it ain't. And man coverage can be absolutely torched for easy yardage in this game. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So we are here in good old practice mode. And the playbook that I'm running this out of on the offensive side of the ball is going to be the Kentucky Wildcats. This is the playbook that I have been in since the launch of the game. And the play that we're gonna be breaking down is the exact reason why I chose this playbook. Now we are in the ever so popular bunch strong offset formation. And the play that we're breaking down here today is going to be the one that you see on the far right hand side of your screen. Motion PA wheel cross. This is the only playbook in the game that has this play. Bunch strong is in a bunch of different playbooks. Motion PA wheel cross is only in the Kentucky Wildcats playbook, which is why I picked this one to begin with. The rumblings from the College Football 26 beta were that man coverage was elite. And when I was doing my playbook searching, I found out about this play. Kentucky Wildcats was the only playbook that had it. And I was kind of licking my chops a little bit. It's like, yeah, man coverage ain't gonna stand a damn chance against me in this play. Now, for what it's worth, this is also the only playbook in the game that has this formation, bunch spread nasty. If you guys would like to see some more Kentucky Wildcat playbook breakdowns here on the channel, let me know down in the comment section below. So here we go. We're going to choose motion PA wheel cross, and we are going to hop into the ever so popular nickel double mug mid blitz zero, which is the defense that I personally am running as well because it is so good. The route commit feature on top of the 6-man pressure is absolutely insane in this game. Let's go ahead and let's select it here. Now, I'm using LSU, which is arguably the best team in this game at the time of this recording, just because of how good their offense is. Now, a couple of things here to start things off. Normally, you would want your bunch to be aligned to the complete wide side of the field. What that means is that with the trips receivers, you want them aligned with more space to the other side of the field. In this, that's not really the case, because when you have your bunch aligned to the wide side all the way here on the left hash, what I mean by that is your solo receivers all the way lined up to the left hand side of the field. The B receiver here, the motion over wheel route, doesn't run the wheel route very well. He kind of gets bogged down a little bit. He doesn't run it as cleanly if you were in the middle of the field, if you were in the left middle of the field, or even all the way on the right-hand side of the field with the bunch to the short side. So typically you would see a lot of breakdowns with the bunch being to the wide side, but here, that's not really the case. You don't want the bunch to be all the way lined up to the wide side unless you have this formation flipped. So we are going to go ahead here and we're gonna put the ball, you can see the little X for the kickoff is right there. We're gonna go ahead and place it about in between those two right there. So you don't want it all the way to the hash marks. You don't want it to be completely in the center, even though it will work. Kind of want to have it somewhere in between, or you can have it on even the short side with your bunch aligned there. So we'll set the ball right about here. We're more aligned to the short side, but we're not completely on the short side of the field with our solo receiver. And this first setup, we're working down a couple of setups for you guys here. Nothing too crazy out of this play. So what I like to do is I'm gonna go ahead and the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna block our tight end. This is actually how you picked up mid blitz consistently in College Football 25, and it's gonna be how it is here in College Football 26. Now for the other routes on the field, I like to go ahead and I put X on a drag, RB on an all the way stem down corner route, just like this. And then the running back, I've kind of been, messing around with putting him on a streak. You can put him on a Texas route, which is always very good against beating man coverage, and it has been consistently. Or you can even put him on a post route like that. But I'm going to put him on a streak for this setup here. And this is what it looks like. We are going to be looking for that B receiver on the motioned over wheel route, which these routes, by the way, were absolutely cooking man coverage in Madden. They added a lot more of them here in College Football 26. They are in a ton of playbooks in this game, and that is going to be what we look for here out of this play. Obviously, Georgia has elite defensive players, so we're going to see how this does here. We're also going to mimic the user as well. If you've played online, you've seen this millions of times out of mid blitz. The user is going to go ahead and they're going to walk their user all the way down and mug over the center. Now what you're going to want to do as well with this, every play in this game comes with stock protection like this, whether it's half sliding or full sliding. We don't like that here. We want to go ahead base protection, which I'm holding the left bumper down right now. We're going to put the left stick down like that to get base protection, and then we're going to want to untarget defender, and we're going to put that over the user defender, so that way he's not going to be targeted on the split, so that way we can hopefully get some time to throw this pass. We won't get all day, I promise you, because mid blitz is that good. Finally, we're going to snap the ball here, and as you guys can see, the B receiver automatically motions to the other side of the field. And look at how badly he torches the DB. And once again, LSU has elite wide receivers, so you're going to want to have really good wide receivers. I have been playing mostly cut to start things off here, and cut receivers and DBs right now suck. So the results can be a little bit inconsistent, but for the most part, you are going to see that what just happened right there, especially against press man too. Press man, they don't stand a chance against this play at all. So once again, the setup looks like this. Drag X, streak the running back, RB on a stem down corner. We base protect here, and then we put the untarget defender icon over the user. We snap the ball. B receiver motions to the other side of the field, and as you can see there, this creates a natural rub between the defensive back there on the drag route, and wheel route gets completely butt-ass naked. And let me show you this with the ball all the way to the left side of the field. This is why I don't recommend doing this. This is why you should probably flip your formation in this sentence right here. So I'm gonna run the same exact setup we just did, right? Set up all of our pass protection, all that. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna press up here, bring the user down to the gap, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the untarget defender here. So our exact same setup with the running back streaked, the exact same setup, but now we're all the way on the wide side of the field with the bunch lined up. Now you're gonna see the wheel route here. He motions over, right? He motions over, and as you can see, he doesn't beat the route at all. The DB actually plays it way better. We'll show you that here one more time. We'll set it up. We run in the exact same setup that cooked the previous two setups, but watch what happens here once again when you are aligned with your bunch to all the way to one side of the field or another with the wide side. This is not going to work. You snap the ball here, the DB is actually going to be playing this so much cleaner. Look at that. It's not even open. The DB is going to pick that off. So this is why I recommend you guys don't be directly on the hash unless you flip the play like this. If you flip the play, this is going to probably work. This is going to work out a lot better for you guys. So once again, the same exact, I probably wouldn't run this setup to the short side of the field. I'd probably run something else, and I can't block the tight end here. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Well, we're probably gonna get screamed at in this example, but we'll show you that this is gonna probably do a lot better. Kind of. I wasn't able to block the tight end there, so we got screamed at. But once again, do not have the ball lined up all the way to one hash or another, which is kind of strange to hear. And we'll show you this now here with the bunch lined up all the way to the short side of the field. So yeah, we'll just run this setup one more time here just to show you guys. And the play art is kind of freezing up on me. I don't really know what's going on. There's a lot of bugs in this game right now with play art and whatnot. So, oh, there we go. Okay, that was weird. Bring the user down here into the gap. Show you this one more time that this should hopefully cook. Going to the wide side of the field, and there you can see just bombs away. Obviously a terrible throw there by Nussmeier, but there you can see the wheel route absolutely cooks on this setup. Second setup here, I'm going to show you guys with your bunch all the way to the short side of the field is going to go something like this. I'm going to go ahead and put the X receiver on a curl route. Now, the reason why I do this is because I like to stem the curl route all the way up as far as I can. I literally stemmed them up to the back of the end zone. The reason why I do this is because with the fade route, which is what I do when I hot route the fade, there you can see he gets an outside release. This does not do a well enough job at pulling like zone coverages as well. And it doesn't really do a really good job here because we have the B receiver coming from the other side. This receiver taking an outside release, that's going to create potentially, you know, some bumping of some sort. So I like to do this curl route, stem it all the way up as far as you possibly can. Now to this setup, I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to drag the tight end. I'm going to put our RB receiver on a post route. This is a popular setup in Madden. Once again, here, we're going to use our base protection. We're going to press our defense. I'm going to get the user down mug like what you would see online. And then we'll do the on target defender mechanic as well. Hopefully get some time to throw this pass. We snap the ball here. B motions to the other side of the field. And that's what we're looking for right away. There you can see that setup, not as great as the other one we did before. He was going to get open there, but once again, this setup honestly is not the greatest to run against man coverage, even though it does, against man, because of the fact that you have two routes going towards one another and things can get kind of fluky. But once again, that B receiver should get open there on the side, and there you can see the DB actually did a pretty good job. We agged the shit out of him, so good job there, number 6 on defense. But this is a play that you can also look at your tight end. You can also look at your post route as well here on this play. We'll try to see if we can hit either one of those here on this setup. We should be able to. Motion over the receiver. There you can see the tight end does get wide open there on the drag route. Tight end drag routes are very, very good in this game as well. Also, additionally, you could do this as well. You can put your RB receiver on a zig route. As we know, zig routes also torch man covers like crazy. Bring the user down here on target defender, put it over the user. So you can do something like this. I probably wouldn't run this to the short side. This would be more like a middle of the field type of setup for me, or even when I'm on the left hash as well. We snap the ball here. RB receiver should also get wide open here on this as well if he didn't get bumped and we got screamed at there too. Once again, man coverage is incredibly, it's either consistent or it can be sticky as hell right here. This is the setup that I like to do. Drag the tight end, post route the RB receiver, block the running back. Blocking the running back, this is not the most effective way to pick up this blitz. Blocking the tight end is, but this is a nice little mix-in setup here as well. If you wanted to send the tight end out on a route, you snap the ball here. Hopefully we can get one more good rep of B absolutely cooking. Right there, he kind of did, but once again, this is a setup that you kind of just mix in. That the first setup that we ran is definitely the go-to. I'm going to show you guys just one more here setup that you can run out of this to kind of just mix things up with your opponent, and that is going to be, I'm going to try this actually. We're going to block the tight end again. We're going to streak RB. We're going to drag X. We're gonna put the running back here on a corner route out of the backfield. Or we're gonna try the post route actually. We're gonna see how this does. This actually looks kind of glitchy, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of a fuck around and find out type of setup here. So let's see what happens. Snap the ball, tight end's blocked. Hopefully we get time. Obviously first read's gonna be that B route. And he fried. So I think this definitely does a lot better, as you can see with that solo receiver going across the field, so that way we can create some rub action. I just want to see if the running back actually cooks on this. I kind of want to see, boys. I kind of want to see if this works. Once again, this is kind of just a improv setup, thinking on the fly. So hopefully this running back, we could actually stem it down too. That's glitchy. All right, let's see if Durham. I'm gonna look for Durham here. I know B's gonna fry, but we're gonna see if Durham gets open. Right there, so you see that is going to be the user defender, so they're going to have to play pretty solid man coverage themselves. But all things considered, whatever setup that you have on this play, they're going to have to user guard this, or they're going to have to have an elite switch stick to be able to guard this route right here, the motion over wheel route. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys once again want to see more breakdowns of plays that I like to run from the Kentucky formation or from the Kentucky playbook, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey, before you go, did you like what you saw in the video? If you did, consider leaving a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you really like what you saw, consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell icon to be notified each and every single time a a video goes live here on the channel. Here's a couple other videos on my channel that you might like. Thanks for tuning in.